These wheels came out. This wheel came out okay. I'm looking at it in the sun now. I'll just pick them up. I'm gonna go and do some more painting. This is the first one I've done as a sample, and I got it pretty good. This is gonna be a spare rim. I'm gonna do the other tire as well, and then I'll do the other 3 on the other car, on the actual car. But one by one, I'm kind of practicing at the same time. Now that it's dry, it's really good in these areas here, in the flat bits and in the outer part of the rim. But it didn't turn out so good in the what do you call this part here? The what do you call this? The raised corner, this curved corner here. It didn't come out too good there. There's no sparkles in this section. All the sparkles are on the flats, and that's probably because I oversprayed. I put too many layers too quickly, too soon. So what I'm gonna do is maybe I will put one extra layer, a very thin layer, especially on this part here where it's raised and curved, and I'll see if it will stick, so it can look a bit more like that. There, that's a perfect sparkle right there. So, all right, guys. So, I'm gonna take that one home. And I'm going to try and start on this one. This one's going to need a bit of sanding. As you can see, it's got a bit of surface rust developing there. So that's going to be a bit of a challenge. And I'm going to have to mask the actual tire itself. I should have repaired it before I got the tire put on. Or, before I got the tire mended. This is the one that was going flat, and that's been mended. Alright, let's get a move on. The sun is going to go down sometime soon. I probably only got about 3 hours of daylight, and then the day is over. Alright. Oh, here we go. Switch that off. And I've got some other parts as well that I took off the radiator that needs to be fixed as well, such as the thermostat housing. I might replace this one with a new one. I'm not sure if I can salvage this one because it's heavily corroded, but there's still plenty of material there. I could just put that back on, but look how rough it is. I'm gonna have to buff this back, sand it all back down with the buffing tool. When I get back, I'll try and see if I can do that as well. And I've got myself a new gasket as well to go with it, but I'm not very happy with that. I might just make my own gasket. I'm not sure. We'll see. Ooh. I can hear the things moving around at the back there in the boot. Shake it up again. I'm going to give it one more coat of paint, and then let's see if we can get a better, shinier finish than what we already have. It's decent, but it's not 100%. I just want to see what happens if I just apply one more coat. Make sure it works. It's going good. Just one thin layer. I think that's it. I think that's gonna be, if this doesn't work, then that's it. So I've given it that one coat. I'm gonna let it dry, and I think the key here is to make sure you don't rush your coats. Give it a bit of time to dry in between coats. And I think yesterday when I did the painting, I didn't leave enough time between coats. So this time, it's been a whole day. I mean, well, 24 hours at least. And I've given it one more coat just to make sure that I can get a bit more shine on this ridge here. It wasn't as shiny in some areas, so I'm gonna leave that, and then I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna do the other wheel, because I got the other wheel to do as well. So once we do that, I let that dry, the next one I'm gonna be working on, I better let the air out of this thing, clear the nozzle, get the paint out of the nozzle, just turn it upside down and give it a couple of sprays. This is I'm gonna be a while because I gotta prepare this other wheel now, and this is the condition it's in. This one's gonna need a little bit different preparation. I've got quite a bit of I've got some products here to help me out. I've got a plastic brush to get in the corners here. I'm gonna degrease it, or I might just do a clean with a wipe, but I'm actually thinking it probably should degrease this one. Yeah, it's got a bit of brake dust on that, so all right, let's see what we can do here. I'm gonna polish up this center cup as well. It's looking filthy. It needs a bit of looking into. Wax and grease remover, or I might use some degreaser. I've got some degreaser here. I might go for that. I'm not sure yet. There's a few things I could do to get this thing to clean up, and at the moment I'm not sure what to do. I'm not sure what it needs. I might try a little bit of degreaser first thing, and I'll probably get the camera onto this so you can see what's going on. I'm being careful not to spray too far out, because I don't want to get it on the tire, on the rubber tire. Because over here, I'm going to mask it with some tape. So when I come to spray, I can sort of fan across the whole thing. So I don't want to get this part wet. Very important to keep that dry so I can stick things to it. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give it a wipe. Probably best thing to use is a towel, or some what do you call it, paper towels. I want to see if I got some something junky that I could use in my collection of rags and things. Maybe tissues. Oh, well, here we go. Okay, I'll keep looking. Well, found this. This will do. This will do. Actually, what I should have done is used my plastic brush, give it a bit of a scrub. I think that would be the best thing to use right now. Got my scrub here. If I can get into those corners. Let's just check to see how it's going. give it another spray. See if this stuff is coming off. Rag. Let's see how much has come off. Yeah, it's coming off. It's going to be a bit of work here to get it all off. So I'll persevere, and you guys can join me back when it's a little bit better now. I don't want to bore you to death. Okay, see you later. All right, I've changed tools. I've gone from the plastic brush. I've also got this wire brush as well. And it's actually much better to get into this sharp little bit here in the corners and the edges, because it's much thinner. Whereas this thing is so thick, it's having trouble getting in between, you know, going all the way deep into the cracks. So yeah, I'm changing technique, or changing tools really. So I've given a bit of a scrub now while you've been away, and look what it's doing. The wire brush is really helping a lot compared to what it was before. Yeah, so get yourself some wire brushes and get into it like that, and just spend a bit of time buffing it as much as you can. Just go little by little, work around until you get most of the rubbish out of the way. And every so often, check your work, see if you've got progress. Check your progress by just giving it a bit of a spray like that, and see how it's going. Yeah, it's going good. It's going just good. So I'm gonna probably hit the pause again, and join me again in a few minutes. See how I've gone. Not bad, not bad. It's really removing a lot of material, which is what I wanted. It's even helping remove some of the surface rust as well, which is another issue I've got here. Yeah, we're going good. Here we are. Now the tire's all been sanded. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Doing a bit of that. Took a little bit of a break to eat something. So I've done a bit of sanding, and now I've got my safety on. Gotta make sure you got your safety on. Very important because you're working with a wire brush. Any of that debris or wires could jump off and get into your eye. Now this is what it looks like after sanding, I think an hour, and brushing with a wire. I've got it flat enough for me to be happy. Yeah, it feels pretty good. And I gave it a rinse under the tap with water. Now I've just allowed it to dry. Look at that. So now you get to see the before and after shots. And you get to see some of my process to getting it to a decent standard. And again, I repeat, this is not a showroom finish. It's just a good, nice looking wheel. I just want it to look nice from a distance, but not 100% refurbished. Because if you wanted to make this 100%, pretty much you have to paint strip this, rust treat it, or buff it all the way back to bare metal, taking off all the old paint, because there is a bit of paint, and I've managed to sand past the paint in some areas like there, but the rest is pretty much paint. And these little spots here, I'm sure that there's a bit of rust, but it's very minor. It's very surface rust, and I think I can get away with it. Oh dear, you just had to fall at the wrong time. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, lesson learned, guys. Make sure your job is put in a safe, secure place, because look what's happening. I've got it all balancing there, but it started to move just as I switched on the camera. And I'm not pretending when I touched it right there. But luckily it's undercoat right now. It's undercoat, so ooh, that was close. That panicked. I really panicked then. It's only primer, so I'm going to apply a few more layers of undercoat primer anyway, so that's no problem. But yeah, make sure your job is secure. Make sure it's balanced. I don't know what I did to set that off, but yeah, that was not good. Okay, it's secure now. It's not going anywhere. But it wasn't good. Oh. Undercoat, it's drying. And I'm just allowing a few minutes to go by between coats this time. This is the one I did earlier. And this is coming out real good right now. So I'm happy with that. I'm gonna let this continue to dry. It's been over an hour now, so that should be, it should be dry, but until tomorrow I'm not gonna touch this. I'm just gonna put it away nice and safe wherever it's safe, maybe around here. Ooh. Oh, okay, I'll put it on its side like that. In case it rolls away, it's not gonna get very far. There we go. Whew. Can't wait to put that on the car. So now I'm gonna wait a few minutes and I'm gonna come back and do my actual paint later on tonight. Right now it's dark, and I'm in this. Luckily, I'm in this shed here. I'm able to continue painting. And the other thing I forgot to mention, I think, well, I wanted to mention is that I'm using sticky tape here. It's masking tape actually, not sticky tape. It's a paper type, and I've just gone all the way around and stuck it all the way around just so that it can protect the tire from getting any paint on it. And the paper I'm using, this is a tape I'm using. It's quite a large, thick one. It helps cover a lot of the bigger areas. And I'll probably use the same type for the body paint as well. It's a simple masking tape. Alright guys, now it's been another hour or two. Let's check up on this primer coats I've put on here. So right now it's dry enough for me to apply the next layers of paint, I think. I'm ready for paint. Yep, it's all dry. So now, making sure, all right, excellent. Now, I'm gonna get ready for paint. I'm gonna shake this around a little bit as well and get that layer of paint happening. All right, guys, here we go with the paint. Oh, it's a bit of a scary moment now because once you stuff it up, if you stuff it up now, it's never gonna look right. So go easy. Keep the I'm gonna try to keep the coats very, very thin and light. And if I need to do extra layers, I'm gonna be patient and wait for the next layer. I'll let it dry a little bit. I think 10 minutes should be enough for a couple of layers, and then I'll let it sit for even a longer time after that. The main idea is to get it to dry. Oh, here we go. Be prepared to be surprised, guys. Wow, I like it. Looks good already. I'm not even finished yet. Look at that. I can see the silver in there already. It's looking really, really good now. I wonder if I should do another coat already. Okay, I'm gonna let that sit for 3 minutes, I think it says here. 10 minutes. Allow it 10 minutes between each coat. This time I'm gonna be very, very patient. I'm gonna allow that 10 minutes. But I'm still doing the first coat, so I'm gonna apply one very thin on the opposite direction to make sure it gets into all the different angles, because this is not a flat piece of steel. It's very angular, a lot of divots and razors, so I need to make sure it's all covering everything. So here we go, this angle. Now I'm gonna try backwards. Again, very thin. There we go. That looks spectacular. All right, I'm gonna be patient now. I'm gonna go away 10 minutes, and then I'll come back and hit it with another coat. All right, I'm ready for my next layer of paint. Clear that nozzle. Well, that is looking good. I was a little bit slow on that layer. I didn't go too fast, so I think I laid down a pretty a thicker coat than the first one I did, which gets me a little bit worried because you don't wanna make it too thin. Too thick and heavy, because what will happen? It will start to run. It will run from the top here where it's curved, and it will start to run down. And what happens is that you have a very thin layer of paint right up the top here where it's raised and curved. That's what I'm really trying to avoid, is to avoid the runs. But so far, this is looking really good, even better than the first one I did. I will probably put another layer this direction, a very, very thin one. Yeah, I think I could do that. Oh, need to shake it up a bit. It's starting to run a little bit low on pressure there. All right, let's go again. A little bit faster this time, just to make sure I don't I don't get it too thick. And I will leave that for a bit again. I'm gonna clear the airways, clear that nozzle, put that there, let it dry. I might leave it like this for a few more, maybe 50. This time I'll probably go for 20 minutes. I'll let it sit like that. Then I'll come back and do another layer. Yeah, anyway, so you'll see. Let's see how it goes. Okay guys, I'm back in the shop again. Look at that. I've let it dry now for another hour. It's been an hour now, so I'm thinking of putting one more coat on this tonight and then having a look at it tomorrow. Look at that. It's really coming out nice. This is exactly how I wanted it. Perfect. I think I've mastered it now. So here we go. Another coat. Give it a test. Clear the throat. Clear the nozzle. And try it. Spray this side as well to make sure I get all the corners. All right. I think that will do it. I don't think I'll add any more coats. I'll see how it looks like tomorrow morning. And then I think this is good enough for now. I might try to get the other wheels done as well. So I've got one there already done. It's the second one. We'll see if we can work on a third one another day. All right, guys, this is it. This is the paint I used for the final coat. It worked really, really nice. If you want to see, get that shiny, sparkly gray. It's like a metallic gray. So it's got a bit of sparkle in it. A bit of flake. Makes it look like it's a aluminium or an alloy rim. It really brings up that shine. All right, guys, see you later. Over and out.